farmers and hunters, not bettering our lot, and very plain. We have fought when we got the chance, under Old Hickory and in Mexico, and my father and two brothers were killed in the valley '64. Always with us one son has been apt to run away, and I was the one this time. I had too much older brethren to suit me. But now I am doing well, being in full sight of prosperity, and not too old, and very strong, my health having stood the sundries it has been put through. She shall teach school no more when she is mine. I wish I could make this news easier for you, Mrs. Wood. I do not like promises, I have heard so many. I will tell any man of your family anything he likes to ask me, and Judge Henry would tell you about my reputation. I have seen plenty rough things, but can say I have never killed for pleasure or profit, and am not one of that kind, always preferring peace. I have had to live in places where they had courts and lawyers so called, but an honest man was all the law you could find in 500 miles. I have not told her about those things, not because I am ashamed of them, but there are so many things too dark for a girl like her to hear about. I had better tell you the way I know I love Miss Wood. I am not a boy now, and women are no new thing to me. A man like me who has traveled meets many of them as he goes, and passes on, but I stopped when I came to Miss Wood. That is 3 years, but I have not gone on. What right has such as he, you will say? So did I say it after she had saved my life. It was hard to get to that point and keep there with her around me all day. But I said to myself, you have bothered her for 3 years with your love, and if you let your love bother her, you don't love her like you should, and you must quit for her sake who has saved your life. I did not know what I was going to do with my life after that, but I supposed I could go somewhere and work hard, and so, Mrs. Wood, I told her I would give her up. But she said no. It is going to be hard for her to get used to a man like me. But at this point in the Virginian's letter the old great aunt could read no more. She rose and went over to that desk where lay those faded letters of her own. She laid her head down upon the package, and as her tears flowed quietly upon it, "Oh dear," she whispered, "oh dear, and this is what I lost." To her girl upon Bear Creek she wrote the next day. And this word from Dunbarton was like balm among the harsh stings Molly was receiving. The voices of the world reached her in gathering numbers, and not one of them, save that great aunt's, was sweet. Her days were full of hurts, and there was no one by to kiss the hurts away. Nor did she even hear from her lover any more now. She only knew he had gone into lonely regions upon his errand. That errand took him far. Across the basin, among the secret places of Owl Creek, past the Washakie Needles, over the divide to Gros Ventre, and so through a final barrier of peaks into the borders of East Idaho. There, by reason of his bidding me, I met him, and came to share in a part of his errand. It was with no guide that I traveled to him. He had named a little station on the railroad, and from thence he had charted my route by means of landmarks. Did I believe in omens, the black storm that I set out in upon my horse would seem like one to-day. But I had been living in cities and smoke, and Idaho, even with rain, was delightful to me. End of chapter 29.